Hello friends, it's me, and today, 宁可信其有，不可信其无. Better to believe it exists than to believe it doesn't. AKA, be prepared for any possible situation. Let's check out food theory. This food will ruin your New Year 2025. Don't eat this. From the food theorists. Together, let's go. Let's start. Thank you.
Say goodbye to 2024. Say goodbye to the Eras Tour. Say bye-bye to people calling bye that Deadpool song. And say goodbye to this guy. And what better way to do all of that than by chowing down on some food that will give us some much-needed good luck for the year ahead. Whether it's pork, some grapes, or black-eyed peas, there's all kinds of food that'll get you started on the right foot. But whatever you do not eat lobster.
Seafood.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food Theory, the only show that'll bring you good luck in the new year. But only if you click
Hello Internet, welcome to Food Theory.
that subscribe button. The faster you do it, the more luck. If you do it now, you'll even get 2 lucks for the click of 1. Unbeatable deal, honestly. Especially because that's what New Year's is all about. Looking to the future, hoping for the best, and throwing Gatsby parties left and right as people completely forgot what that book was actually about. And even though it's not normally seen as much of a food holiday as, say, Christmas or Thanksgiving, New Year's is chock full of food traditions. It might be eating things like pickled herring, or, and forgive the absolute butchering here, kransekage if you're from Denmark and Norway, or the one that I personally grew up with in a Latin household, eating 12 grapes at midnight, 1 for every month of the year ahead. It's hard. It's harder than it sounds. You need to do it in time with the chiming of the bell in Madrid, or approximately 1 grape every 3 seconds. And if you don't get them all down in time, it's bad luck. What can I say? We're all about high risk, high reward. But something you don't hear people talking about often on New Year's is what foods to avoid. I mean, it makes sense. If there's good luck foods, there have to be some bad luck foods, right? And if there are, which one is the unluckiest? The food you should run away from at all costs? Well, I'm not one to bury the lead. Like I told you at the very beginning, it's lobster. And by the end of this video, you'll know why you should take any lobster you see at a New Year's feast and yeet it out the window. I should say that I'm not encouraging you to do that at all. Lobster is expensive, and whoever cooked it went through a lot of trouble. So I stress, I'm not actually recommending you go yeeting lobsters. I would, however, find it hilarious. A lot of the foods people
Don't do that. People spend hours upon hours to master this craft. Don't be so mean. It's not nice.
eat come from a place of superstition or tradition more than a place of hard science. After all, it'd be pretty hard to quantify luck for a legitimate scientific experiment. So logically, the first step in finding our unluckiest food is to break down the symbolism of good ones and flip them on their heads to find the bad. But we can't just rely on superstition here, dang it. We're gonna take it a step further and find out why lobster is our winner, or loser, I guess, using old school science and theorizing. Sciencerizing. Scythencerizing. Nailed it! But no matter what you decide to eat to rein in the new year, make sure you do it with our sponsor for today's episode, Yazio. Yazio is a simple app that helps you track your calories, macros, and helps you be as informed and in control as possible when it comes to your nutrition. But simple doesn't mean it's not full of useful features. While the basic functions are free, Yazio Pro gives you access to over 2,500 recipes and lets you create grocery lists so you're not constantly swiping back and forth between apps and windows to remember what you need to buy for the 3 New Year's party potlucks you have to cook dishes for. Seriously, my kitchen is going to look like a war zone. The best part about Yazio for me, though, is the flexibility. Want to up your protein intake for them gains? You can personalize your tracker for that. You can also connect to your smartwatch or activity tracker so that all you have to worry about after your workout is why your legs have turned to jelly. And my favorite part, as someone who likes to indulge a little more on the weekends with some Captain Crunch pancakes topped with some vanilla butter and leche condensada syrup. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Yazio lets you set flexible calorie goals on the weekend so that you can enjoy yourself and life and delicious culinary delights. So take your nutrition into your own hands by downloading Yazio. And by using my link, yazio.me/foodtheorist in the description below, you can get 50% off Yazio Pro for an entire year after a free 7-day trial so that you can take full advantage of the app and see for yourself just how great it is. That's yazio.me/food-theorist, or use the QR code on screen now. Thank you again, Yazio, and while you're downloading that, let's get back on track. See what I did there? Because
Well, well, thank you so much. Thank you.
You track your food. You get it. So when it comes to what foods are chowed down on for New Year's, the three main aspects of life people look to get more luck in are money, longevity, and vaguely the future. It seems silly because technically wishing for luck and money and longevity is wishing for luck in your future, but hey, I'm not here to split hairs with the fortune gods. So mostly all foods have something to do with those three aspects. Collard greens and black-eyed peas here in the US are green like money and round like coins. Remember, these are old traditions. Maybe in the future we'll eat more square foods to symbolize credit cards. The same goes for Vasilopita in Greece.
Well, I know that Mr. Beast is not gonna be happy about it.
And most other traditions of eating round cakes. Slurping on toshikoshi soba in Japan brings longevity because of the long noodles. And the grapes I mentioned earlier, in Spain and a lot of Latin American countries, that's an example of the vague good luck in the future that I talked about. Let's take these one at a time. For money, we can rule out any foods that are around if we're looking for bad luck. Good news for you pizza, onion ring, and honey nut Cheerio fanatics. We also have to remove any foods that are green, since that is the most common color of currency around the world. Lobster checks both of these bad luck boxes. Their claws may be round, but they have that asymmetrical, top-heavy look like they're the leg day skippers of the sea. When it comes to the
Green is the $5 bill in Singapore.
color, they could not be further from green. And I mean that literally. Take a look at the color wheel. Notice the positions of red and green? Yup, exact opposite ends. I won't go too deep into this, but if you are interested to learn more, make sure to check out the Style Theory episode on TikTok's color test. Super fun. The point is, if we're
But the thing is, red color is a higher note denominator. $5 in Singapore is green. $10 in Singapore is red. And also, I'm Chinese, I'm Asian. In my culture, red color is good. You see it in Chinese New Year.
looking for the opposite of good luck and money, it makes sense to eat something that's the furthest thing from green we can find. Next up is longevity. And I know what you're thinking, aren't lobsters immortal? Well, actually, no, that is a myth.
Jellyfish.
There's only one species on Earth that's immortal, and it's a jellyfish. And you wouldn't want to eat it because it's only a half a centimeter big. But even if lobsters aren't immortal, they still live for a really long time, so you would think that eating them would be a good sign of longevity. But there's one other aspect of eating toshikoshi soba that's important. Despite being long, the noodles are easily cut, symbolizing letting go of the year's hardship. And there we have our answer, because you know what is hard? Lobster shells. Sure, their meat is soft and buttery, but getting past the hard exterior isn't easy. For Pete's sake, you need tools to break into the claws. Plus, their long lifespans aren't necessarily a good thing either, which brings us to the general vagueness of future being. You know why pork is commonly eaten all over the world for New Year's? Whether it's Marzipanschwein or Gluckschwein, pork sausage, or really anything involving pork? I'll give you a second. 1. That's right! It's because
I was like, he did mention, oh yeah, he did summarize everything, it's like practically everything. Okay, go. You win. 打破。
pigs move forward while they eat and scavenge the ground for more food. So eating them signifies moving forward in life and into the new year. At first glance, it seems like odd logic because you would think that most animals on the planet walk forward. Though we can exclude our avian friends because even though they fly forward, eating birds can be a sign of your luck flying away. Seriously. Look, I don't make the superstitious rules. I just follow them and sing the theme song. Lobster is also an exception to the going forward rule because they just as easily and commonly move backwards and sideways. Sure, you can argue that cows and pigs can move backwards and sideways too, but their muscles are designed primarily for forward motion, and anything else is way less efficient. Lobsters, on the other hand, with their 10 adorable little leggies, can move backwards as fast or even faster than forwards. And they are fast. They can go up to speeds of 11 miles per hour going backwards. To put that into perspective for you, because it blew my mind, the average jogging speed for a human is between 4 to 6 miles per hour. If I tried running that fast backwards, say goodbye to my hammies. Point is, when you're looking forward
Don't do that. That is super dangerous.
to a new year, eating food that walks sideways and backwards for its incredibly long life is bad news bears, or crummy news crustaceans. Ha! And if that's not enough, lobsters also get a bad luck rap because they're bottom dwellers. Just because they live on the floor of the sea, eating them also signifies being weighed down or trapped in your past troubles. Despite not actually being bottom feeders, they get lumped into that group. But again, I don't make the rules, theorists. So our
Cool. I also heard about that when I was young, in which if you are the bottom feeder, that means you are the lowest of the low in terms of societal hierarchy. You have no rights, you have no say. You are the least to be picked on. You are You're always being bullied, abused, and being picked on. That's part and parcel of life, which I don't think is good. It needs to be changed for the better.
Bottom-dwelling friend checks every superstitious box there is. But like I mentioned, we can't just call it a day because of symbolism. We need to find a way to ground this. And the best way to do that with food is to see how it affects your body. Is there some sort of bad luck it can bring to your digestive system? And it turns out, lobster also checks that box pretty well. From a nutritional standpoint, lobster is actually pretty damn good. It's high in protein, low in fat. In fact, pound for pound, it has roughly 13% more protein than chicken and 9 times less saturated fat, high in vitamins, high in calcium. It's pretty much a knockout in the nutrition department. Granted, it's way better just smothered in butter, but by itself, it's very good for you too. So, no luck there. Well, no bad luck anyway. But all hope isn't lost, because lobster is finicky in so many other ways. For one, depending on where it's caught, the water pollution in areas can contaminate the lobster with lead or mercury, leading to heavy metal poisoning. Second, it is extremely perishable. So if it's not handled properly, it can be contaminated with all sorts of harmful bacteria, like salmonella or listeria monocytogenes. And anything with that many syllables can't be good for you. And spoilers, it's not. Listeriosis comes with muscle aches, fever, and diarrhea. And if you're someone that's getting your lobster from one of those tanks that anyone can just walk by, where kids are tapping the glass and sticking their gross little fingers in and swirling the water around, diarrhea might very well be in your future. Even worse is if you're not the one cooking and you accidentally eat a piece of undercooked contaminated lobster. It would be pretty bad luck for that to happen to you, but hey, doesn't that check this box just perfectly? There's one final bad luck thing associated with lobster, and some of you may have been thinking that
Hey, the last one is more on the skill issue.
this the entire episode so far. Allergies. Lobsters are highly allergenic. A shellfish allergy is one of the most common types of allergies out there, next to peanut allergies and being intolerant to Tom. But the worst thing about
Oh, come on, don't do that. Tom is a new host for the game theorist.
shellfish allergies is that over half of the people who do have them experience their first reaction as adults. Part of the reason is because kids don't typically eat all that much shellfish to begin with, but it also happens because your body can develop allergies later in life too. So you might have loved eating lobster throughout your childhood, if that was a thing your parents fed you regularly, and then you decide to
If you eat lobster on a regular basis, like big lobster on a regular basis, bro, congrats, you're rich. Like you're rich. If you eat like small shrimps, yeah, you get the point. Yeah, it's understandable. But if you eat lobster on a daily basis, congrats, you're rich.
in the new year after you turn 25 and biggity bam, suddenly you're going into anaphylactic shock. Not the best start to a fresh new year. With that, we've checked every single symbolic and physical bad luck box we could find with our clawed friends. And when you're out shopping for your New Year's meal or out and about at a ridiculous Gatsby party, now you know to yeet that lobster with all your might. Of course, if you're not superstitious and don't buy into that good luck, bad luck food stuff, go ahead and chow down. Sure, it can be contaminated, undercooked, and you may have developed a fresh new allergy since the last time you ate it, but you just have to ask yourself one question. Do you feel lucky? But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Happy New Year. And hey, if you like this and want to see more New Year's content, make sure to click the link on the screen now. And as always, I'll see you next week.
Well, thank you so much. Happy New Year. I want to see the meme at the back.
Do you feel lucky? But hey, that's just
When you were grinding the same Pokemon for hours and finally caught a shiny. Oh, a blue lobster among... oh, I get it. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video from the Food Theorist. This is quite educational and it's kind of fun to watch it. Thank you. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Bon appetit. Oh, wait. He said Happy New Year. Okay, I'm done. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Happy New Year. And I hope to see you all in my next video. Thank you so much. Subscribe. Oh, comment down below. By the way, comment down below what is your 2025 New Year wish. And I hope that by the end of... Okay, 365 days later, right, I'm doing this exactly at 6:17 p.m. 30th of December 2024. Maybe 30th of December 2025. Comment down below what happens. Do you achieve a goal? It's like, hey, you got 1 year. For me personally, it's more towards achieving a 6-pack abs, 8-pack abs, 135 kg, 135 kg, 85 kg. Grow my YouTube channel, 2 YouTube channels, my Twitch channel, being able to find a proper full-time job and earn a proper income. Hopefully 5.5k per month SGD, because that's the average income, average salary for Singaporeans. Is it medium? Average 5.1, 5.5, 5.5k SGD per month. Hopefully. Thank you so much. And also wish to brush out on my languages, my Japanese language, my Korean language. You get the point. I want to be a hyper polyglot martial artist. Thank you.